The Dodge Charger stands as one of the most iconic muscle cars in American automotive history, and its evolution from 1966 to 2025 reflects not only the changing face of performance engineering but also the cultural heartbeat of car enthusiasts across generations. When the Charger first arrived in 1966, Dodge was aiming to compete with the fastback trend and muscle car movement, and the result was a bold two-door fastback coupe with aggressive styling, hidden headlights, and a performance-oriented character that instantly set it apart. The early models captured the excitement of the muscle car era with their wide stance and powerful V8 engines, establishing the Charger as a true performance machine. The late 1960s brought even more aggressive versions, particularly the second generation from 1968 to 1970, widely regarded as the golden age of the Charger. With its Coke bottle body lines, recessed grille, and iconic taillights, the 1968-70 Charger became a cultural phenomenon, cemented forever in popular culture by movies like Bullitt and television shows like The Dukes of Hazzard. The Charger Daytona of 1969 took aerodynamics to new extremes with its pointed nose and massive rear wing, making it one of the most recognizable and collectible muscle cars ever produced. Moving into the 1970s, the Charger continued to evolve as tastes shifted and emissions regulations began reshaping the muscle car landscape. By 1971, the third generation introduced a Cavia design with larger dimensions, while the available big block Hemi and 440 engines kept it a street legend. Yet as the oil crisis and tightening regulations took hold, the Charger transitioned through the mid-1970s into a more luxury-oriented personal coupe, losing some of its raw muscle identity but maintaining its presence on American roads. The late 1970s and early 1980s were difficult years for performance cars, and the Charger shifted dramatically, even adopting front-wheel drive in the 1980s under Chrysler's K-Car platform. This era produced smaller, economy-focused versions that bore little resemblance to the muscle car icon, but they kept the Charger name alive while Dodge weathered industry challenges. For enthusiasts, however, the Charger was always about muscle, and the real resurrection came in the mid-2000s. In 2006, Dodge revived the Charger name as a modern four-door sedan, blending retro inspiration with contemporary design and performance. While purists debated the move from coupe to sedan, the return of V8 Hemi power, aggressive styling, and rear-wheel drive brought back the Charger's muscle car soul. The Charger SRT8, and later the SRT Hellcat, pushed performance boundaries even further, delivering supercharged power that rivaled the best from Europe while staying true to American muscle heritage. The 2010s saw the Charger evolve into a dominant force on both the street and drag strip, with models like the 707-horsepower Hellcat and the 797-horsepower Hellcat Red-Eye redefining what a four-door family car could achieve. The Charger became the symbol of accessible American performance, loved by enthusiasts, collectors, and thrill-seekers alike. Throughout these years, Dodge embraced bold styling with wide-body designs, aggressive hood scoops, and heritage-inspired details that paid tribute to its muscle car roots. Entering the 2020s, the Charger continued to thrive even as the industry shifted toward electrification and tighter regulations. Dodge announced that the future of muscle would embrace electric performance, and by 2025, the Charger Evolution concept and upcoming production models reflect a new chapter in its legendary story. Combining cutting-edge electric powertrains with the aggressive attitude and design cues that made the Charger famous, the new generation aims to keep the legacy alive for a new era of enthusiasts. From 1966 to 2025, the Dodge Charger's journey has been one of reinvention, resilience, and relentless performance. Each generation tells a story of changing times, the raw power of the 1960s muscle era, the struggles of the 1970s, the experimentation of the 1980s, the rebirth of the 2000s, and the dominance of the 2010s that cemented its status as a legend. Today, the Charger continues to embody the American spirit of freedom, speed, and individuality. Car collectors cherish the classics, from the 1968 Charger R/T with its legendary 426 Hemi to the ultra-rare Daytona, while modern drivers celebrate the Hellcats and red eyes for pushing muscle into the modern age. Looking ahead, the 2025 Charger Evolution represents not an end but a bold new chapter, showing that the muscle car can adapt and survive even in an electrified future. The Charger's legacy is not just about horsepower, but about passion, culture, and the unbreakable bond between car and driver. It remains a car that excites, inspires, and unites generations of enthusiasts under the roar of an engine, or perhaps soon, the hum of electric power. No matter the form, the Dodge Charger will always stand as an American icon, a symbol of muscle, speed, and style that has endured nearly 6 decades and continues to evolve for the road ahead.